I'm highly educated. I went to the Wharton School of Finance.
I went to the Wharton School of Finance. I went to the Wharton School of Finance.
I went to the Wharton School of Finance. I was a very fine student.
I went to a great school, business school, the Wharton School of Finance, a great school.
Well, going to that school is like going to the Wharton School of Finance.
They didn't go to the Wharton School of Finance. I've also heard I was first in my class at the Wharton School of Finance. And sometimes when you hear it, you don't say anything. You just let it go. She went to the Wharton School of Finance, and she was always a great student. I said, Ivanka, you going to do your homework? Yeah, I've already done it, Dad. And then she get A's.
But the Washington Post, they did a deep dive into his academic career, and it is not nearly as impressive as Trump would make it sound.
For nearly 57 years, Donald Trump has claimed that he graduated at the very top of his class from the Wharton School in 1968. He has repeated that story with such unwavering confidence that it almost sounds as though the proof must be hanging on his wall, complete with a diploma declaring him #1 in bold gold lettering.
Cohen told Congress that Trump ordered him to threaten his high school to never release his grades. We all assume he failed everything. Did they invent an easy class for him or something? Okay, Donald, welcome back to our special science course, Rock or Not a Rock.
He has made that assertion at campaign rallies, during television interviews, in books, and in countless public appearances. The reason he could repeat it so confidently comes down to a calculation he made back in 1968, one that appeared to work for decades. He assumed no one would ever verify the claim. For 57 years, that assumption held because Wharton has never made its class rankings public. Only the graduates who attended the commencement ceremony in May 1968 received the official ranking list, and one of those graduates held onto his copy all these years.
And the demand came just days after Donald Trump challenged President Barack Obama to show his records. This happens over and over again. Everything Trump accuses other people of, he's guilty of himself. Oh my God!
That graduate was Trump's roommate during his junior and senior years. They shared the same dorm room, prepared for many of the same exams, and crossed the graduation stage together. He preserved the official Wharton class ranking booklet distributed to every graduate in 1968. According to that document, Donald Trump's name appears on page 9, where he is listed as finishing 147th out of a class of 362 students.
Apparently, Trump's friends, who were alumni of the school and rich guys, they wanted the school superintendent to give them Trump's records. Now, the superintendent said no. He moved them elsewhere on campus, now declines to say where he hid Trump's records. Who knows what treasures it might contain? His SATs? Maybe even his 10th grade essay, Who I Did on My Summer Vacation.
If that ranking is accurate, it means Trump did not graduate first in his class. He was not among the top 10, the top 50, or even the top 100 students. Instead, he ranked in the lower half of the graduating class. According to his former roommate, the reason he kept the document for more than 5 decades traces back to a conversation on the eve of graduation. After looking over the rankings, Trump allegedly found his name on page 9 beside the number 147 and remarked, "No one is ever going to check this. You know that, right? I can tell people whatever I want about where I finished, and nobody will bother looking."
He was wasting his time. I'm not undermining. I think I'm actually strengthening authority. To thank him for all that strengthening of authority, Tillerson called him a moron. This morning, Donald Trump had an answer for that too. I think it's fake news, but if he did that, I guess we'll have to compare IQ tests, and I can tell you who is going to win. We have the results of their IQ test right here. Tillerson scored a 120. It's above average, not genius, but still pretty good. And we have Donald Trump's results right here. It's a drawing of a big truck that says MAGA. And there's Trump right there.
If you grew up in a time when a person's reputation depended on the truthfulness of their word, when trusted broadcasters like Walter Cronkite could close the evening news by saying, "And that's the way it is," and audiences accepted that the facts had been carefully verified, then you may understand why Trump's roommate never forgot that moment in 1968. In his view, someone willing to misrepresent a fact that almost no one can verify may eventually become comfortable stretching the truth about far more significant matters. The ranking document lays everything out clearly, showing who finished ahead of Trump and who ranked behind him. On the preceding page are students placed in the high 130s and low 140s. On page 9, Trump's name appears between two classmates, Troutman, ranked 146th, and Tucker, ranked 148th. Those students earned respectable results from one of the country's most prestigious business schools, but none of them claim to have graduated at the very top of the class. According to this account, Trump was the exception, later presenting himself as the #1 graduate. If you're enjoying this breakdown and haven't subscribed yet, take 2 seconds to do so. If you're already subscribed, thank you. You help make content like this possible. Returning to the document itself, the roommate says he never released the rankings because he believed someone else eventually would. He assumed that an investigative reporter, historian, or researcher would someday uncover the records and compare them with Trump's repeated claims. That never happened because Wharton does not publish class rankings, leaving only the personal copies distributed to the 362 graduates in 1968. Today, most of those graduates are well into their late 70s, and many likely have no idea that one of their former classmates has spent decades making a very different claim about his academic standing. As the years passed, Trump continued repeating the story. Each time, his former roommate reportedly remembered that conversation in the dorm room, realizing that Trump's prediction had, so far, proven accurate. Almost nobody had ever checked. The ranking booklet itself reflects its era. It consists of plain typed pages, without elaborate formatting or decorative design. The first page lists the highest ranking graduates. Page 9 includes Donald Trump, listed as 147th out of 362, positioned between Troutman and Tucker, two names his roommate says he remembers well after seeing the document repeatedly over more than half a century. For most graduates, page 9 would hardly become a lifelong source of pride. It is not the page associated with graduating at the top of one of America's premier business schools. Instead, it is the kind of ranking many people would simply accept without making it part of their public identity. According to this account, however, Trump did the opposite. Over the years, the story evolved from finishing 147th to claiming first place, and he repeated that version often enough that many people accepted it without question. The argument presented here is that the issue is not a faulty memory, but a rewritten narrative, one that endured because the original document remained out of public view. Subscribe to the movement if you want more investigations like this. Sometimes, the biggest story is hidden on a single page, and once that page is found, familiar patterns begin to emerge.